Hello, welcome to Cooking with Marjorie. I've been very lazy this summer and haven't done much, but we're starting again. It's right at the end of the school holidays, so we're doing one of William's favourites. He goes back to school tomorrow. We'll come over here.
Yep.
Okay, we're going to do chicken, Asian chicken. So the ingredients, you need some skinned and boneless chicken thighs. Make sure you do use chicken thighs. It's much nicer than the chicken breasts, which get very dry quite quickly. You've washed your hands?
Yeah.
Yes? Okay. We're going to marinate the chicken thighs in a marinade, which I will make while William is going on with cutting the chicken thighs. So, Will, if you get one, we'll do it together. So you get your chicken thigh like this. Now sometimes you've got quite a big blobs of fat, so I would get your knife and just cut off, trim it. So just cut off the sort of excess fatty bits, but without taking off too much meat. That's it. And then you're going to cut your chicken thighs into sort of cubes, sort of that sort of size.
Yep.
Okay. So I'm going to leave William to do all of the chicken thighs. I've got 8 chicken thighs here. 8 should do 4 of you, but there are actually only 3 of us, but we're all very greedy. Right, Will, when you can put them in here when they're done. There you go, over there. You can get skinned and boned chicken thighs in your supermarkets, or I got mine done I phoned up my butcher and they did them, and then I went and collected them, which was just perfect. Right, the marinade. So I'm using, first of all I'm using soy sauce, sake, although I haven't got sake, so I'm using some rice wine, Chinese rice wine, and ginger. So very easy marinade. The chicken thighs should marinate for about half an hour. We haven't actually got the time today, so they'll just marinate whatever length of time we've got. Start off by grating, let me just have a little look here, grate. 2 ounces, 50 grams of fresh root ginger. I'm a bit slapdash, so I'm just going to grate about quite a large thumb, about half an inch of ginger. Now this ginger's been sitting in my freezer, and it makes it much easier to grate in some weird way. I have no idea why. And I'm using my wonderful micro grater, and I'm actually not even bothering to skin it. Because it really doesn't matter for this. I don't think that, particularly if you're grating it nice and finely, which I am on this micro grater, so we're doing that. Well done, Will. Now these Asian chicken, Japanese fried chicken, I think is absolutely delicious. We have it as a family quite a lot. You know, the recipe says 50 grams of grated ginger. Just do what you want. I love ginger, so I like them to taste nice and gingery, so I tend to do a bit more. They're great hot, and we always eat them hot because we're too greedy to wait. You can have them as cold the next day or as picnic food. Everyone loves them. I've never come across anyone who doesn't. I use, and you'll see in a minute, potato flour. To coat them once they've marinated. It's an ingredient you can get at your Japanese or your Asian supermarket, but you can alternatively use corn flour, which obviously you can get everywhere. And so, because you're using that, my potato flour or corn flour, it's gluten free, so that's nice and easy for anyone with gluten issues with gluten. Right, there we go. Let's get rid of that. Doing well?
Yep.
Okay, so into my ginger I'm going to add 4 tablespoons of soy sauce. Now I asked Will to get me out a tablespoon, and he actually got me out a dessert spoon, so I just wanted to make sure everyone knows the difference. Okay, so when your recipe says tablespoon, it's the bigger one, and dessert spoon is the spoon you would use to eat your pudding, your dessert. Okay, so There's the difference in size. You can get the spoons, you know, the measuring spoons which tell you exactly what they are, but just so everyone knows, right, so we're doing 4 tablespoons of soy sauce, 2. And when a recipe says a tablespoon, it means a flat tablespoon, not, you know, if you're doing 4 tablespoons of flour, you don't want it to be, you need it to be a flat tablespoon of flour, the same with sugar. So that's 4 of soy sauce. I love and always use soy sauce, Pico Man soy sauce. It's not too heavy. I don't particularly like the dark sort of Chinese soy sauces, but they are used for specific things. Right, what am I doing? Sake rice wine, 4 tablespoons, so 1, 2. It's so easy to lose track. 3, 4. So you then just stir that around, and then I'll add the chicken. Whoops. Do make sure you've got, I have got clean hands when you're dealing with raw poultry in particular. Now you can use a spoon to stir around get your chicken into the marinade. I always use my hands. I'll just get that all in there like that. Oh, you can smell the ginger. It's just lovely. I love this fried chicken. You can eat this with whatever you want. You can have it with a salad. You can do that thing that's very popular now where you have a little gem lettuce leaves and you wrap it around your chicken. We just tend to eat it. Mm-hmm. It's all just too good. You can eat it with whatever you want. You can have it with pasta, potatoes, whatever. I'm just going to rinse my hands. Okay. Now, the next thing that you need to do, I don't have a deep fat fryer, and actually I think they're becoming less popular. And you don't really need one for this. So you just need your sunflower or vegetable oil, and I'm using, thanks sweetheart, quite a deep frying pan essentially. Good, you listen. So you're going to fill your pan with sunflower oil to about 1 inch deep. It seems like a lot of oil, and it is quite a lot of oil. In fact, it's going to be this whole thing. But I can reuse this oil. What I'll do when it's cool, after I've cooked with it, I will sieve it back into the bottle and I'll keep it aside and I'll mark on it where I've cooked with it. And then if I want to do chicken again, that's what I'll use to fry it. I won't reuse it too many times because then it's disgusting. Okay. So I'm going to heat up my oil, which probably would have made sense for me to heat up a little bit earlier, but I didn't. Right, let's just throw that away. Thank you. And I'll just do a quick clear up here. Okay. There we go. So, got our lovely chicken marinating away. Will, could you get me a piece of bread, please?
Yeah.
Okay. So, I'm now going to get two. No, that's fine. Just one piece of that. Some white bread. 2 bowls here, and I'm going to put into the one. In fact, this is the one that we've already used. So, I'm going to put some potato flour. I love doing this with potato flour because it seems to crisp much. It makes it just crispier but very light. And what we're going to do in a minute is coat the chicken in the potato flour and then put it in here ready to go in the deep fat fryer or in the frying pan. But you don't want to do that too early because it tends to all go soggy before you even start. Right, one of the ways to check that your oil is hot enough is to use some bread. So I'm just going to tear off a corner of this slice of white bread, and when I think the oil is hot enough, I'll put it in, and if it goes sizzly and brown, then it's ready for the chicken to cook. But I can feel already it's getting hot, but it's not quite hot enough. I'm obviously not putting my hand in it, I'm just putting my hand above it. Right, Will, come over here.
Yep.
If you can please, we'll start. So you start dipping the chicken, so you get a chicken piece, dip it in the flour, both sides, and then put it on this plate. Don't layer them on top of each other, put them around.
Okay.
Thank you. Gets rather messy, so you'll have to wash your hands in a minute. Okay. Alright. So we'll just see if the oil is hot enough. I'm just going to put it in. No. But we'll wait and it'll start. In a minute it'll start frying, you'll hear it. Good job. So, we've eaten lots of good things this summer. I don't know what's been my favourite. Will went to Scotland, to Tiree, and did lots of fishing.
Lot of fish.
And did some wonderful cooking. Well, or he watched.
I didn't do it.
He watched the wonderful cooking. Crab linguine sounded really, really good with chilli.
Yep.
Which I was very jealous of. Right, we need to just speed this up a little
Okay.
bit. While he's doing that, I'm going to get ready some paper towels so that because you need to fry this in batches, and as they come out, you just drain them on the paper towel so you get rid of any excess fat. So it's really not too bad for you. So let's get a plate. Okay, and some paper towels. Okay. I'll lay this up ready for the chicken. Good job. Right, come on, oil. I've got these tongs which are great. Yeah, it's not leaving hot enough. For getting the chicken out. Perfect, now I'll put it around the edge because I don't want it all on top of each other. Thank you. When you're deep frying these, you do need to make sure that they're cooked through. So I would tend to cook them for about 3 or 4 minutes, and I'll take one piece out and then cut it and just make sure that it is cooked all the way through. Because it's very important with chicken that it is cooked properly. Very messy. But this is such an easy, quick thing to do, and everyone loves it. So you can have this, for lunch, for a snack. You've got people coming around; they'll just gobble it up. The problem is you can never make enough. All right. Okay, my bread is beginning to sizzle, so I can see that it's ready now for the chicken, and we're just going to do. That's probably about enough for one layer in the frying pan because you lower the temperature of the oil immediately. Okay. Alright, let's get that piece of bread out. Always be very careful with hot, boiling oil. Okay, so we're now just going to put this in, these chicken pieces in. I just put them in one at a time, gently. Right, and they're just beginning to fry in the oil. Sizzle away. Thank you. Oh, hungry. Okay, so they're sizzling away. They've been cooking for a couple of minutes, 2 or 3 minutes, and just need to give them a quick turn. I'm using this wonderful, my favourite spoon with the holes. I'm turning them over. Okay. Right, I think that we'll just test one. Just to see that it's ready. You do need a clean board. Make sure that you never cut raw meat and then cooked meat on the same board because you really can get contamination and get ill. Right, so I've cut it in half, have a look, and you probably can't really see, but it is is cooked. Basically, if it's white inside, it's cooked. Thigh meat does tend to be a little bit browner than breast meat, so don't worry if it's got a slightly brown tinge to it. Oh, so then we'll put these on here, and I'm going to give Will, because I know he's absolutely starving, a little one to try. Hot, hot, hot. Oh, good? Wow, so good. Right. Oh. They honestly are.
Yes,
Just delicious. Right, so I'm going to take those off and drain them. They just look like little, they just look like Kentucky Fried Chicken probably. But better. Right, we'll put the next one on. And the oil has probably got up to a nice heat now. I probably started a minute ago when it wasn't quite hot enough. So I can just add a few more than I did on that first batch. There we go. Right. And that is our lovely Asian fried chicken, which is superb, and do give it a try.